All right, family, we're going to go ahead and get tonight's training started. I'm fired up and excited because what we're going to talk about is the beginning of a training series I want to do on scheduling appointments. We did the prospecting piece. Now we're going to go into its partner in business, which is scheduling appointments. The two go hand in hand. You know, you can't have one without the other. They're that equally important. One is not more important than the other. They are equally important. But before we get into that, I want to go over something that I feel is extremely important in the business that I did not get when I first started Primerica. It was years before somebody really just kind of delved into what I'm going to share with you guys tonight and broke it down the way that I'm going to break it down to you guys tonight. And that's the numbers of the business. Now, we've done this training before in the past for some of the veterans that are on the team. But at the same time, guys, I want to go over it for some of the newer people on the team, or for those who may have seen it, you may have had a glimpse of it in the past, but you may have forgotten it, right? Because you want to know the numbers of the business. Every business has numbers, guys. You know, there's measurables in the business. Hey, if this happens, you know, to this level, it triggers this result. You know what I'm saying? Primerica is no different. I won't go through all the hairy, scary, gory details in terms of numbers of the business. What I'm going to hit tonight, guys, are some of the main numbers that you need to know when it comes to how to forecast and predict life insurance production, because that's the license that all of us, or the majority of us, might be a person or two on here that doesn't have their life insurance license yet, but all of us has a life insurance license. And then also how to forecast your income from that life insurance production. Is anybody interested in that? Where you like, hey man, I can measure, like if I set an income goal, I know exactly what I need to be doing to hit that income goal. It's a mathematical formula. I can show it to you. I'm going to show it to you tonight exactly what you need to do. If your goal is to make an extra $1,000 this month, an extra $2,000 this month, an extra $4,000 this month, based on your contract level and all of this stuff, what exactly do you need to be doing in order to be on track to hit that number? I'm going to take all the mystery out of it tonight. Now, this is only with a life insurance license. Now, for those who have a securities license, you all know that, hey, man, that's a game changer right there. You get in front of the right client, man, it's game over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get in the right situation, you help somebody set up an investment account with Coach B Walker, or roll over something like that, man. You can knock that out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Life insurance is a little bit different, you know. So there's not necessarily a mathematical formula for securities, or if there is, I don't know what it is yet. And I'll research that and I'll find that out. But when it comes to life insurance, guys, there are mathematical formulas that you can follow that can predict and forecast things in your business. And we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we get into that, I want to go over the Fight to Win February checklist one more time. I want to keep this in front of you guys because it's that important. This is what I talked about to kick the month off. Fight to Win February checklist. On the checklist, and this is in no particular order, on the checklist, you want to schedule 4 to 6 personal first time appointments a week. You want to schedule 4 to 6 personal first time appointments a week. If you're doing that, guys, I promise you, you are on pace to do something special this month. And now, if you do more than 6, that's great, man. You're going to do something even bigger. Start using the Primerica CRM. I've shouted her out earlier. Shout out to April and any other teammate that has already began using the CRM system, especially if you hadn't been using it. Man, I'm in that thing, man, guys. I'm getting comfortable with it and all of that, man. And by hey, give me about another 60 to 90 days, man. I'm gonna be humming with that deal, right? And then if you are not licensed, we want you to pass that exam. Latrice passed her securities exam. Now she's fully securities licensed. If you need to go through the life insurance licensing process, or if you have a teammate that needs to go through the life insurance licensing process, guys, we want you to knock that deal out this month, right? And then if you haven't done this yet, set up your money accumulation program, your MAP. You need to set that deal up. Put something on the calendar so we can make sure that you have your MAP program set up, right? And then, of course, we want you to qualify for the Comma Club. right? We want you to make $1,000 or more this month in your Primerica business to qualify for that Comma Club. And then, family, we want you to make the decision to attend the AALC Legacy Summit. Do it, man. I promise you. Look, this is a big daggum deal. Big daggum deal. You want to do give yourself the opportunity to plug into the biggest event that is going to be hosted in Primerica in all of 2026. And I'm not putting a bunch of exaggeration or hyperbole on it. No, I'm being serious. This is going to be the biggest event this year. It's happening in Orlando, Florida. You want to punch your ticket to the AALC Legacy Summit, guys. I promise you, you won't be disappointed, right? And so make sure you do that. And if you do that, guys, and the rest of the things on this checklist, you are headed in the absolute right direction in your business. All right. And so with that being said, guys, let's talk about the power of knowing the numbers. Because if you don't know your numbers, or if you know your numbers, you control your future. If you know your numbers, or if you know the numbers and what they mean, you control the future. You control your future in the business. So we're going to talk about knowing, accepting, and working the numbers, right? And so Mark Lemanis, he's a business personality. He's a CEO. He has this show that's on CNBC or MSNBC. It's called The Profit, where he kind of works with different business owners and teaches them how to level up in their business. This is a famous quote he has. He says, "If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business." And guys, we all came into Primerica not just to make a little bit of extra money. Guys, this is a for real business opportunity. We teach new people, and during the orientation, if you treat Primerica like a business, it'll pay you like a business. But you don't treat it like a hustle. Treat it like a business. And then you got Jay-Z. He said, "Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't," guys. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's his famous quote. And so what we want to do is we want to know, accept, and work these numbers, right? And so why numbers are important to business. Let's talk about it. Why are numbers important to your business? Number one, numbers can tell you where your business is leaking opportunity. It can tell you that. It gives you that kind of feedback. Where am I missing it? Where am I missing opportunities that might be right in front of my eyes? Well, the numbers can tell you where you're leaking opportunity. Numbers can also enable you to forecast future results. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. It can also help you identify trends that lead to success or failure in your business, right? Numbers can also help you troubleshoot business system breakdowns. Man, if you're doing all the things, but then it's not yielding the result, it might be a system issue that needs to be addressed, right? And then numbers favor evidence over emotion. See, it's easy to get emotional about why somebody didn't do something and why this didn't happen and all of that. But teammates, it might just be the numbers, right? So there's no need to get emotional or get any kind of, all in our feelings if somebody told us no, or they told us not right now, Sean. Guess what? It's all a part of the numbers. It's okay. Guess what? They were supposed to say no because they were part of the people who let's say no. So don't trip off of that, guys. Don't trip off of that. But I think that knowing the numbers will help you be able to process it and say, hey, you know what? I can move on with peace because it's just part of the numbers. Because that's what Primerica is. It's a numbers game. And once I understood this, guys, it freed me. April, I was free. I was like, oh, you mean to tell me that because somebody didn't tell me yes, I'm beating myself up like, dadgummit, how come I didn't collect? Like, no, not everybody's going to say yes. Not everybody's going to say absolutely. Like, no, that doesn't happen. Once I found that out and what the numbers were, it freed me up. So guys, I want to free some of you guys tonight, especially the new people going into this thing because you're doing your field training, you're scheduling appointments. I want to be able to set an expectation with you. Now, we're going to close a lot of business. We're going to help a lot of people. I promise you we're going to do that. But we're not going to close with everybody. I wish we could. I wish we could, man. And we probably going to, there may be some instances, Coach B. Walker, you can attest to this, where we don't close with people that they need it. We know they need it. They need it all. But they gonna tell us, no, not right now. I'm not ready to do that, right? I had a young lady, young lady from that list of people that we spoke with. She already has a life insurance license, right? Already has a life insurance license. Like, hey, you can join the business. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have a job right now. You can join the business. Already has a life insurance license for $25 and I can work with you. You can do that. And she was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Okay, all right, well, why don't you be a referral partner? Check this out, guys. Jamel, no, I'm like, just be a referral partner. You already got the license. You can refer people and we'll put you down as a second agent on the app. You can still get paid and you ain't even got to do the work. We do the work. She ain't even show up for the appointment. So, guys, hey, look, Auntie, I wasn't tripping. She was a part of the numbers. It's just the numbers, man. And that's how I want you to be. Latrice with the emoji. Right. Hey, look, man, we can do all that we can, all we can. And then still some people are gonna be like, I'm good. It's not you, it's the numbers. It's the numbers. All right. So that's what numbers can tell us, and that's why the numbers are important to our business. But let's talk about another part of it. Business is all about numbers. Your numbers are telling a story. If you want to be in business for the long haul, you need to learn how to read and how to work these numbers that I'm about to show you tonight, teammates. All right. And so, like I said, you want to know, accept, and work the numbers. You want to know these numbers, but you just don't want to know them. You want to accept them. It's just what it is. You can't control it. You can't change it. It's what it is. Because knowing is half the battle, accepting it and working is the other half, right? So let's talk about your numbers and how they tell a success story when it comes to life insurance and income, insurance and income. All right. And so this is the first number that I'm going to give you guys. The percentage of first time appointments that you schedule that will actually keep is 50%. Percentage of first time appointments that you schedule that will actually keep their appointment. That number, teammates, is 50%. Can anybody tell me what happens to the other 50%? If you can put the hand up emoji, I want to hear from you. Anybody tell me what happens to the other 50%?
They drop off. I'm sorry, hand.
Okay, I see y'all T. You say they drop off. I got you. All right, anybody else? That's a great answer. Anybody else? What happens to the other
They'll
50%?
say that something came up and they want to reschedule, but then they don't even tell you when they could reschedule. They'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I need to reschedule."
Yep, yep, absolutely. That's a great answer. Absolutely. Anybody else want to weigh in? Uncle Mike, talk to us. What happened to him?
They don't answer your call.
Don't answer your call. That could be. I've had that happen before too. They don't answer your call anymore. Yep. Hey, the appointment's there, and they ain't answering the call. Who else? Who else? Sean, talk to us. What do you got?
They get kidnapped by the Martians.
They get abducted by aliens. That's the and ding ding ding. That's the answer that I'm looking for. They get abducted by aliens, guys. They get abducted. They get beamed up into the spaceship and they get abducted by aliens, right? Now I'm being funny, but the real answer is, guys, doesn't matter. They just don't, hey, I always joke and say, who shot Biggie? Who shot Tupac? Who knows? Some people say it was the FBI involved. Some folks say that Puffy did it. If you saw the documentary, Puffy had something to do with it. Who knows? Who shot Big? Who shot Tupac? They say Keefe D did it, and it was gang related. Who knows? It's a mystery. And so just like that's a mystery, Coach B Walk, why people don't keep their appointment, what happens to the other 50%, it's all a mystery, right? But just know that when you schedule these first time appointments, it could be a possibility that 50% of them are not going to stick. Now, let me throw this out there. There is an exception to that. If you are new to the business and you have your warm market name list, listen to this, and you're doing your field training, your ratios are probably going to be higher. Your percentage is probably going to be higher, right? You know, you're probably not going to be under that 50% rule because this is your warm market. These are people you know, people who know you, and they want to support you in this new endeavor. So your percentages are probably going to be on the higher side. You might have 100%. You might have 80% of the people that you schedule appointments with stay, as it should be because you're in your warm market. But once you get beyond that warm market, that natural market, and you get into the referral market, or you get into a cold market to where you may meet people through network and stuff like that, that's when your ratios, Jamel, they kind of come to that 50% level. Are y'all with me on that? That's where that happens. But in the warm market, I don't want to speak to 50% over you. For those who are still in the warm market, your numbers should be higher, right? Because you should have great credibility with the people that we're going to see. All right. So that's what that is, 50%. But for the most part, when you get into the thick of the primary business, the percentage of first-time appointments you schedule that will keep is 50%. So don't get upset if you schedule 4 appointments and only 2 of them stick. Don't get upset. Those are the numbers. Those are the numbers, right? And so let's go to the next one. Right, this is an example. You schedule 8, 4 are going to keep, right? So this is the next thing. This goes right along with the number of scheduled appointments that keep. This is the second part of that. The percentage of first-time appointments that you schedule that keep, that will actually buy life insurance is 50%. Number of appointments that actually keep that buy life insurance is 50%. So for example, if you scheduled 8 appointments, stay with me. You scheduled 8 first-time appointments. About half of them are going to keep, 4 are going to keep, and then 2 of them, you can kind of bank on it, they're going to buy life insurance. Family, that's the ball game right there. Those are the numbers. Schedule 8, 4 are going to keep, 2 are going to buy. If you schedule 4, 2 are going to keep, 1's going to buy. Are y'all with me on that? Anybody have any questions about that? Guys, now that you know the numbers, it's just a matter of accepting the numbers. So that's why I'm always encouraging you guys, schedule at least 4 personal appointments a week, first-time appointments a week, because the numbers work in your favor when you get to at least 4 appointments scheduled a week, April. When you go below 4, if you only got 2 appointments scheduled a week, who knows what the numbers are going to do for you, right? Because you're outside of the parameters of the math of it all. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a minimum of 4 first-time appointments for these percentages in this math to work out for you. Everybody got me on that? Any questions about what I'm sharing so far? All right, we'll keep it going. All right. So that's what that is. Those are some easy numbers to understand. 50% of the first-time appointments you schedule are going to keep. And for those that keep, 50% of them are going to become a life insurance client. All right. So now let's go to this. This is a number right here. I'm so excited about this number, teammates, because this number went up over last year, right? So our average, this number went up over 2024. So in 2025, we're using 2025's average. Our average monthly life insurance premium for the policies we sell in our base shop is $72 a month. That works out to $864 in annual life insurance premium. This number is big because this is the number we use to forecast life insurance premium, right? We can use the average premium size of $72 a month, average annual premium number of $864. Everybody understand how I got to that $864? I know that it's elementary, but I just want to make sure everybody understands it. You take the 72, multiply by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. That gives the $864 in annual premium. Got it. All right. So What's our monthly life insurance premium average? 72. Keep that number in mind. We're coming back to that. 72. And you need to remember that number when you're forecasting what your production is going to be. You base it on what is our team's average life insurance premium size per app. $72 a month. That's the number you can use. So even if somebody asks you, hey, April, what's y'all's base shop average app size? You can say, I'm glad you asked. It's $72 a month. Hey, Anna, what normally is the size of the life apps that you guys' organization writes? I'm glad you asked that. It's $72 a month. And if you know that and you can spit that out reflexive, man, you're gonna sound like a seasoned vet because you know the numbers. You know the numbers. That's a business number that's important, guys. All right. And so now check this out. I'm proud of this. Our life app size, Auntie, Jackie, and Mom, is bigger than Primerica's as a company. Our average life app size is bigger than the company's, right? And so we doing good. We trending in the right direction. I have a strong belief that this year, that $72 is going to be higher than that. Like when we finish the year, we do the average. I'm predicting that our average app size is probably going to be bigger than $72 a month. And that's a reflection. Let me ask y'all something. When our average app size, and this is where the participation part of training comes in, when our average app size is going up, now remember, this isn't husband and wife together on an app. This is husband's app, is this wife. Y'all get what I'm saying? What is that telling you guys? What do you think that average app size going up? What do you think that's communicating? What is that saying about our business? What is that telling us?
We're providing more coverage. People are able to get more coverage at an affordable rate that, they're willing to say, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and get that 300,000 versus that. So that goes up because maybe in their mind, they're just thinking, I'm going to get 150. But when they see what we can do, I think it'll go up. I don't know. That's just my guess.
And your guess was spot on. Spot on, April. That means that we're providing more coverage to the people that are in our community overall. Now, what can also trigger that is that we have some people that are of a certain age that's getting policies and their premiums are higher. So we're insuring everybody, but mainly it's exactly what you said, April. We are providing more life insurance coverage to the people that's in our community. And family, that's a big deal. Let me tell you something. I've never had a client, Anna, check this out. You'll like this. I've never had a client when I've delivered a death claim say, I wish I would have bought less. I wish I would have bought less life insurance. They've never said that. They've never said that. I've had some tell me, I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have bought more. Had I known then that this would happen now, I wish I would buy more. Heem, talk to us.
I really just wanted to emphasize that it means we're in a better market. It means that people can afford the life insurance that they need, whether, more or less, whatever it is. It just means we're in a better market where people can afford it and they understand the importance of having life insurance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's huge, guys, because being in the right market is one of the Achilles heels that can sabotage your business. If you're in the wrong market, being in the right market is everything in this business. If you're in the wrong market, it'll sabotage your business. Let me tell you something. What a short circuit this whole thing that I'm talking about, all these numbers that I'm talking about, it's two things. If you're not scheduling enough first-time appointments, and if you're in the wrong market. Family, if you're in the wrong market, an unqualified market, none of this stuff will work. None of this will work. So you got to make sure that we stay in the right market. And like Rahima said, it's proof that we've been doing good business in the right market. And our QBI as a team is showing that. is showing that. So shout out to you guys for that, because everybody that is on here that's licensed, your personal quality of business, your personal QBI matters to the team as a whole. So that's a big daggum deal. All right. Now let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving because we might be able to get done early. All right. So average monthly life insurance premium for policy is $72 a month. Now let's figure out, check this out. How much will you make on whatever contract level you on for writing a $72 a month life app on a single person? Just writing one life app. So there's two different types of commissions that we're going to talk about tonight. You have your advanced commission and you have your total commission. I'm going to repeat that. You have your advanced commission and total commission. What's the difference? Advanced commission, teammates, is what Primerica pays you when you write the life app. That's what gets direct deposited into your account within 48 hours, depending on if it's over a weekend, 72 hours of you writing that life insurance policy. This is what the company is going to direct deposit into your account. Now, your total commission is the total payout that you'll get for writing that life app if it stays in force for the first 12 months. So you'll get advanced, basically the first 9 months of the commission. The advanced commission represents 9 months of the commission being paid out to you. The remaining 3 months, 10th, 11th, and 12th month gets paid out, as earns on the backside in that 10th, 11th, 12th month, right? So if you are a rep on a 25% contract, you write a life insurance policy for $72 a month, your total commission is going to be $199.75. That's total commission. Your advanced commission, which you'll actually get within 48 hours or so, is $149.81. Guys, these numbers are important because they'll allow you to forecast your income. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Senior rep, 35% contract, you write a $72 life app, your total commission is $279.65. Advanced commission is $209.73. District leader, everybody on this call, if you're in the sound of my voice, if you are not a district leader, you need to sprint, not walk to district leader. We got to get you to district leader yesterday, right? You're a district leader on a 50% contract. Total commission for writing one $72 life app is $399.50, basically $400. Advanced commission, $299.62, basically $300. Division leader, 60% contract. Total commission, $479.40 for that $72 life app. Advanced commission, $359.55. And then the regional leader, this is the last part-time contract, the highest part-time contract in Primerica. Regional leader, 70%, $559.30 is the total commission. Advanced commission, Primerica paying you out $419.47. And then for a full-time regional vice president on a 110% contract, you write that $72 life app, the total commission on that is $878.90. Advanced commission is $659.17. Y'all ain't excited. Y'all ain't excited, right? And so anybody have any questions about comp and what that average life app size is? It's pretty self-explanatory. Am I right in saying that? All right, give me a thumbs up if you're with me. All right. So that's what that is. That's what that is. That's what you're getting paid. All right. Now that we know what you get paid off of a $72 life app, what I want you to do, I want you to find your contract level, whatever contract level you on, teammates. I want you to write down what is your advanced commission for the $72 life app and the total commission for the $72 life app, whatever contract level you are currently on right now. And in addition to that, whatever the contract level is above your level right now, I want you to write down the total commission and advanced commission for that contract level. Take a second to do that. Wherever you are, take a second to do that. Wherever your current contract level is, write down your total commission and your advanced commission for your current contract level. And then the level above your level, write that total commission and advanced commission down. All right. Everybody got that? Give me a thumbs up if everybody got that. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so I can see you guys. Everybody got that? Give me a thumbs up. Y'all need me to put it back up? Okay. All right, Eric, I got you. All right, I'm gonna put it back up real quick. Hold on. This is it right here. Putting it back up. What is the total commission and advanced commission for your current contract level and for the level above your level? One level above your level. All right. Going once, going twice. All right. Hopefully everybody's there. All right. So now let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, right? Because what we want to do is we want to use this math, right? Now, guys, this is easy breezy, simple math. We want to use this math to do some forecasting. That's what we want to do, right? If you are unlicensed, what you want to do is you want to write down rep contract level as your current contract, and then the senior rep as your next contract. For everybody that is unlicensed, do the rep, current contract, senior rep as your next contract. All right. Probably should have said that in the beginning. Okay. All right. Let's go. If you need me to go back, I'll go back. All right. So check this out, teammates. Now, this is for a married couple and all that stuff. So it just doubles it for a married couple. You know, if you're doing a life app for a husband, life app for a wife, you just multiply it times 2 because the averages are going to be for each one of them, right? This is what it would be. Man, them numbers look really good. I don't know about you guys. I get excited looking at this because this is what you can earn helping one family if it's a married couple. So being in a married couple market, guys, it is transformative, not only to them, but also to you financially, because it's going to put you in a position where you're going to write not 1, but 2 life apps, right? To help their family get properly covered. So yeah, man, this is huge. This is huge. So it just doubles the compensation. All right. So with this information I've provided, you can now do the following things. You don't know it, but I'm about to show you all the things that you can do. You can determine how many life apps you need to write to hit your life insurance production goal with the information I provided to you. Now you can figure out how many life apps do I need to write to get to a certain level of insurance production. You can also determine, and let's look, okay, all right, let's show an example. How many life apps do you need to write to hit your insurance production goal? Let's say your life insurance production goal this month is to do $2,500 in premium. Now that's $2,500 in annual premium, right? Let's say that that's your goal. How do we get there? How do we figure that out? Y'all got it. Look, it's easy. That's the $2,500 premium goal. What you do, you divide that by the average annual premium for our team, which is $864. That's based on that $72 a month. You divide that, and that gives us what? 3 life apps. 3 life apps based on our average app size will give you that $2,500 in premium. Cool, guys? Isn't that cool? Right? Look, maybe it's just me. Look, it took somebody to share this with me. I was like, okay, it's all starting to make sense now. Now you know if whatever your goal is. So check this out. If your goal is to do $5,000 in premium, $7,500 in premium, $10,000 in premium, and guys, these don't all have to be personal life apps. It can be for your team. If you got a team situation, April, if your team goal is to do $5,000 in premium, it's going to take your team 6 life apps to do it. Just 6. It's a team gets you $5,000 in premium. Y'all ain't excited. $7,500 premium, guys. It's only 9 life apps to do $7,500 in premium. Yep, you guessed it. 10,000, 12 life apps on team. That's it for the team. Or if you want to do it yourself, if you did it personal, that's 3 life apps a week that you close. Free. Get you $10,000 in premium. Does this make sense, teammates, what I'm sharing with you all? This makes sense? Yeah. And so this is how you Work the numbers. You know the numbers. Now, how do you make it make sense and work for you? This is how you work these numbers. All right. And so here's another thing I want to share with you guys. Now that we know how to determine how many life apps to write to hit our life insurance production goal, what about this one? It'll help you determine how many first-time appointments you need to schedule to hit your life insurance production goal. Did you know that you got enough information to determine that? Nick, how many first-time appointments do I need to schedule per week in order to hit my life insurance production goal? Well, let's look at the math on that. So let's just say that you want to schedule, this is what your goal is. Your goal is to do $2,500 in premium. But we already know that it's going to take 3 life apps to get to that $2,500 in premium. So remember, what you do is you take however many life apps you need to close and multiply that by 4, and that gives you how many appointments you need to have scheduled. First-time appointments you need to have scheduled in order to make it happen. Because remember, you schedule 12 first-time appointments. How many of those 12 first-time appointments are going to keep, guys? How many? Give them to me. 6. And then of the 6 that keep, how many are going to close? 3. So how you determine the number of first-time appointments you need to schedule to hit your life insurance production goal, you take however many life apps you need to close, multiply that by 4, and that gives you the number of appointments you need to schedule. Y'all ain't excited, man. Y'all ain't excited. Does that make sense what I'm telling you? Is anybody lost? Is anybody lost? It's okay if you like. Hey, I'll break this thing down even more. Is everybody with me on these numbers? I'm waiting if anybody wants to come off mute. It's cool.
Nick, can you, if you don't mind, can you double back to the married couple numbers? I missed that one. I was transitioning.
Absolutely, I can. I sure can.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. These are the married couple numbers. Hopefully they're on the screen. You can see it. All right. But guys, listen to me. Know when we get to trying to figure out how many first-time appointments we need to schedule in order to get to our life insurance production, I know that's when it can get a little bit confusing. I get it. I understand. But just trust me, the easy way to go about it is just figure out how many life apps you need to close to get to your life insurance production goal. And whatever that number is, multiply by 4. And that tells you how many first-time appointments you need to schedule in order to hit that goal. That's all it is. That's all it is. Whatever that number of life apps is, multiply by 4, boom. That's your number of appointments to schedule.
And that's also, yes,
Mhm.
and that's also taken into consideration at drop, right? So we're doing 50% schedule and then a 50% show or purchase,
Yep.
right? Okay,
It's taking into consideration all of that.
perfect.
All of that. And so let's look at some examples of that. So let's just say that your goal is to do 5,000 in premium as a team or personal, either one, 5,000 in premium. How many appointments do you need to schedule? You need to schedule 24. Yeah, 24 first-time appointments will get you 5,000 in premium. 36 first-time appointments will get you 7,500 in premium. 48 first-time appointments will get you 10,000 in premium. Because let's do the math on the 75. Look, man, or the 5,000 in premium. 24. You schedule 24. How many are going to keep? Somebody give me that number. You schedule 24
Wow.
first-time appointments. How many keep it?
A dozen.
12. Yep. All right. 12 are going to keep. Now you got 12 appointments that you're running. Of those 12 appointments, how many of them going to close business with you?
6.
6. All right. You take that 6 and multiplied by the 864, which is our average annual premium, that gives you $5,184 in premium. Because you close 6, and when you close 6, you just basing it off that average annual premium of 864. 6 times 864 gives you $5,184 in premium. That's the math. Of course, guys, listen to me. Some of your life apps might be higher than the $72 a month. Some might be less than, but it'll all average out. Are y'all with me on that? All right. These are the numbers. So now, what have we learned? The information that we have, it'll help you determine how many life apps you need to write to hit your life insurance production goal. It'll help you determine how many first-time appointments you need to schedule to hit your life insurance production goal. Next up, guys, we can determine how many life apps you need to write to hit your income goal. This is the one y'all been waiting on. Show me the money. How many life apps do I need to write to get paid what I'm trying to get paid here, right? And so let's look at that. Check this out. If your goal, and all you do is you basing it off of these advanced commission numbers, because this is what you can get paid up front. We're not going to base it off of the total commission number. We're basing it off the advanced commission numbers, teammates. That's what we're basing it off of. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure something's right. Why did that not do that? Okay, hold on a second, family. Oh, did me bad. For some reason, it did not copy my commission numbers over. Why did it not do that? Sorry about that, teammates. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this updated and done right. Because it should be a different number. With me real quick, teammates. I apologize. All right, so let me share the screen with you. I had to make a correction. For some reason, my updates did not change. My slides. Okay. All right, here we go. So if you want to, let's talk about the number of life apps you need to write to hit your income goal. If your income goal is to make $1,000 in a month, if you're on a rep contract and you want to make $1,000 in a month, all you got to do is just take whatever your income goal and divide it by your advanced commission amount that you're getting paid out, and that'll give you the number of life apps you need to write. So you take $1,000 as a rep and divide it by $149.81. That gives you about 7 life apps that you need to write. You need to write 7 life. Now this is personal. This isn't team. This is personally right. If you're a senior rep, you need to write about 5 life apps to make $1,000 in 1 month. If you're a district leader, see, guys, can y'all see why it matters to get promoted in Primerica? If you are a district leader, you just need to write 3 life apps. Now, these are 3 life apps that are at least they're our average app size. You know, that's $72 a month. That's what it's based off of, and what you get paid for writing an average app size life app. But 3 life apps as a district leader gets you to $1,000 a month. Division leader, let's say it's another 3. It's not that far. It'd probably be a little bit more. Hold on a second. Yeah, let's just say 3. division leader, 3, and then as a regional vice president, you write 2 life apps. Guys, where you can close the gap is if you write in couples. Are y'all with me? If you are in front of married couples, that's giving you 2 life apps right there. So you're able to collapse time frames just by being in front of couples, right? Because you're getting 2 for 1 appointment. All right. And so that's a big daggum deal. But this is how you can forecast income based on the averages and the numbers and knowing these numbers. All right. Does this make sense on the number side in terms of forecasting your income? And now, guys, you know enough to be dangerous in this thing. You know a lot to be dangerous. So, yeah, man, look, you ready to go. You are ready to go. And you know more now. I'm telling you, if you know this and you watch this training and you study this, you know more than some regional vice presidents in this business that have been around for a while. But now, you know, what we've shown you, you can determine how many life apps you need to write to hit your life insurance production goal, how many first-time appointments you need to schedule, April, to hit your life insurance production goal, and then how many life apps you need to close in order to hit your income goal. All based on this math that I just showed you guys. Now, the last one I want to talk about is to determine how many first-time appointments you need to schedule in order to hit your income goal. See, we did the how many first-time appointments you need to schedule to hit your life insurance production goal. Now let's talk about how many first-time appointments you need to schedule to hit your income goal. Are y'all ready for that? Y'all ready for that one? All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure that this slide is right, man. You know, my slide's been tripping. Okay, it's ready. It's good. It's good. So hold on a second. Let's get to it. So check this out. So this is the number of this is the advanced commission that you make when you write these, like the average life app. These are the number of life apps you need to write in order to make $1,000. And now that we know the number of life apps we need to write to hit our income goal, what's the math in order to determine how many first-time appointments we need to schedule? What do we say that we need to do with the life apps? We need to multiply it by a number. What do we multiply it by? 4.
4?
Yes, 4. Whatever the number of life apps you need to write,
Okay. Oh,
you
yes.
multiply that number by 4, and that tells you how many first-time appointments you need to schedule. That's what it is. Hold on, let me go back.
Yeah, because wait a minute, because you're telling me that I would have to have got 16 people to, you know, book the appointment. Only 8 are going to show up or confirm, and then only 4 are going to do it. You know, go ahead and purchase the life insurance.
That's right.
That is correct.
And so, but you just said we had to multiply by 4?
Yep. Look at this right here. This slide right here says, how many first-time appointments do I need to schedule to hit my life insurance production goal? It's right here.
Yeah, 4 times 16.
See, once you know the number of life apps you need to write, you multiply that number by 4, and that tells you how many appointments you need to schedule. First-time appointments you need to schedule. Well, I got y'all math in the night. Let's go. All right, here we go.
That's in a single month. That's over the course of the full month.
Yes. This is in a single month. And so if you're a rep and your goal is to make $1,000 in a month, 7 times 4 is 28. So you need to schedule in a month, you need to schedule 28 first time appointments. For a senior rep, it's 20. For a district leader, like you said, April, 16. For a division leader and regional leader, it's 12. And for a RVP, it's 8. 8. And you can scale that however you want. But let me tell you something, guys. When you look at these numbers and you look at the amount of production that you need to write in order to hit certain goals, especially when it comes to income, I say that income, you want to get to a place in Primerica where you're on that higher contract. Because when you're on that higher contract, it becomes easier to make the money that you're trying to make. That's why it's very important for you to qualify for your promotions, because you can do what you're normally doing but get paid more for it, and it's easier to hit your goal. All right. And so you hit your life insurance production goals and income goals faster by writing bigger sales and or getting promoted to higher contract levels. That's what it's all about. Being in the right market, in front of the right people, and at the same time, making sure that you're doing all the requirements to get promoted, it'll put you in the sweet spot, guys, especially as a part-timer. In Primerica, the sweet spot when it comes to contract levels as a part-timer is being a district leader or above. If you are a district leader or above, you are in a sweet spot when it comes to Primerica compensation. That's why, like I said earlier, if you are not a district leader, if you are a rep or senior rep, you need to work like stink to get yourself to that high contract. All right. And so with that being said, guys, a couple of more numbers I want to throw at you guys, and then we'll be done. These are the number of people we have to recruit to have recruiting conversations with that will submit an IBA. 1 in 4. 1 in 4 people that we talk to will join us in business. Some people say 1 in 5, but I'm bending and I'm saying 1 in 4. 1 in 4 people that we have recruiting conversations with will tell us, yes, I will join you in business. That's that number. And then the last one I want to share with you guys, the percentage of new recruits that will get a life insurance license. I'm claiming it. I'm saying 50% of the people that we recruit into the business are going to get a life insurance license. We're going to license half the people that we bring on board. That should be the number that we're striving for, if not more, but at minimum 50%. All right. And so, family, these are the numbers of the business. Now that we've gone through them, it's going to be uploaded to our portal so you can watch it. You can see it. If you have any questions about any of this, guys, hit me, call me. I'll be happy to break it down to you. If you want to forecast some numbers for your business at the beginning of the month, we can work through the math together and determine what level of production do you need to be doing this month or that month or the next month in order to hit your goals. We can forecast it all because now we know the numbers. All right. And so with that being said, that's all I got.